Hey, this is Jill Simonello with Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and I got it right this time. In another video, I called it Pickup Truck Plus EV Talk because,
literally what we're doing today.
We are in yet another EV at the Midwest Automotive Media Association Spring Rally, and I mean, frankly, I think that's really cool, and I am super thankful that we have the opportunity to check out all these EVs back to back to back to back. And what we happen to be in at this moment is the Subaru Solterra. So for those of you who have seen my BZ4X video, and if you haven't seen it, you should go watch that. The link up here somewhere to it, but basically, this is the same vehicle. It's manufactured in the same plant. It has the same underpinnings. It has the same general styling. I think the Subaru Solterra has a little bit more extra cladding and maybe like a skosh more ground clearance, but interior, exterior styling looks very similar to the BZ4X. The way it handles, the way it drives, it's pretty similar. So, I mean, I'm kind of like, why am I doing this review? But the reason why I'm doing this review is because we have Mr. EV Curious. I think that's going to be my new moniker for you, by the way. We have Mr. EV Curious here in the passenger seat, and I want him to, like, press some buttons and talk about what he thinks of it so far.
Oh, I get a chance to talk?
Hi, this is Tim Esterdahl, by the way. Did I introduce you?
No. I was like, I was like, all right, this is a good review. I'm just get back, get some popcorn over here, enjoy it. No.
Yeah, sorry. So Tim Esterdahl, by the way, owner of the channel.
Yeah. So we've been checking all these EVs out. I gotta say, from my perspective, when I first got in it, I was really surprised how much I was like turned off by it a little bit. Okay. Comparatively to other EVs you've driven, this is more to me futuristic. It's got especially the dash behind the driver there. I mean, it definitely looks like Star Trek-y to me. And the screen here, I just don't love what Toyota's doing here with these tablets that go on top. I just wish, love Toyota, Subaru. It's a collaborative development vehicle. Anyways, I don't love the screens the way they're doing them. I just wish there's more embedded in the design a little bit better. But you do get the bigger windshield. That's the one thing you do get. So like, you get the screen isn't as intrusive as it is, say, like the Tundra or different Toyota vehicles and Subaru vehicles, but you get more visibility, and this is her scene where she tries to mess me up. And you get the side window, which I always love how Subaru does, these little side windows. So it's a little convenient thing that I'm telling you, Jill loves this too, because in the city she can actually see that four-way stop. Yep. And so
people in a crosswalk, very important in Chicago.
I've watched enough of her videos to tell you that's what she's gonna care about. All right, so anyways, I have the piano black here. Piano black here is gonna be tough to clean. I have a problem with my truck getting that clean all the time. And I just don't, I don't know, it's interesting. I like the styling, I like the exterior styling. I just think interior-wise, it's a little off-putting when I first got into it. But if you were into futuristic-looking vehicles, inside, this is very futuristic-looking.
Yeah, and I mean, I noted this in the BZ4X, and it's the same in the Solterra. I have a really good driving position, actually. And I think that there are a lot of car reviewers that talk about this who don't have a good driving position, but I've got the steering wheel positioned below the head unit. And so to me, the head unit is more of a head-up display, and I'm looking at it right as I'm looking at the road. And to me, this is perfect positioning. I love how this looks.
Let's get Jill view here a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's perfect, but a lot of people who are taller are having problems because they say the steering wheel is bisecting the gauge cluster, and I don't have that problem. I love the big windows. I love the side window, as Tim pointed out, and my visibility as a petite driver is perfect. I'd say this is about as perfect as it gets. So I mean, watch the BZ4X video, but I mean, this is very similar, and I like it.
Right, and ride handling. I mean, I kind of feel like all these EVs we've driven today all have about the same ride handling.
Yep.
And so this is
this is very average.
Yeah. Yes. Again, average. It's very average ride handling. It's fine.
But I would say the rest of the EVs are better, and the GV60 from Genesis is exceptional. Right. But this follows on the lower end of the handling.
Yeah. To me, this is just like the Chevy Bolt EUV we drove. Right?
Yep. That was better.
But in price point, range, and area.
Yeah. But the handling on the Bolt was better.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm going to pull off up here somewhere because I want you to get behind the wheel, and I want to see how your driving position is, and I want some quick impressions from you because, like I said, BZ4X, I've driven it.
Right.
So I want him behind the wheel, and I want some quick impressions from him.
Fine, I'll drive.
Fine, whatever.
Whee! It's a giant golf cart, Jill. Okay, wait. It's not a giant golf cart. So, I'm behind the wheel.
In case you missed that part, we switched
that's
places.
Obvious, right?
Well, I don't think I look like you.
I don't know.
But maybe on a really bad day.
Oh, the dagger is coming out. It's crazy.
I meant that in the nicest possible way.
And we are not married.
We will point that out again and again and again.
All right, so again, I still have the same thoughts at passenger seat. It's just a very futuristic looking vehicle. I don't know that I love that. I'm sure some people will. I don't have a problem with the speedometer. I can see, and I have great visibility, so I can see over top of everything. I should turn here.
Yep.
We have to drive by the golf course again. You guys are killing me in this program. All right, so
yeah, we like drive by an average. We drive by a golf course every time. We've had to like drive past a golf course leaving the hotel. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
says the guy who doesn't want to put golf clubs in a frunk. I think we're pulling your golf club card for that comment. But yeah, see the Ford F-150 Lightning video. But back to the Solterra.
Yeah. The Solterra. Yes. No, I think I would say average. I think I'd probably agree with you. Average handling. I don't know that I would think the Bolt is. Again, I think you're picking. What do you say? Picking nits.
Nits. I'm picking nits.
I still don't know what the hell that means. But anyways, I think there's small little differences there with handling. But as far as power goes, I mean, it's an EV, right? So it gets up. It doesn't have the cool like boost mode of like the Genesis GB60, but it's a solid EV. It's a solid EV. To me, for a person who wants that, I think Subaru guy said it's perfectly straight.
Okay.
Perfect. It's that Subaru customer who wants the environmental benefits and wants to have the quietness and really enjoy nature. This is the vehicle for them.
Yep. Yes, I would agree with that, and I think this is just the start of what Subaru is going to do. Because when so they did the presentation for us on the Solterra last night at dinner, and the charts that they were going through, like the people, like, and they looked at all vehicle owners and they surveyed them on, were they going to buy an EV next? Did they want an EV? Were they curious about an EV? Like all kinds of like, would you buy an EV type questions? And the people who own Subaru vehicles were more likely to buy an EV than pretty much any other gasoline engined owner vehicle on the list. So
correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Volvo say they're going full EV?
Yep.
And I think Subaru and Volvo are tried two brands that can make that transition for the customer base is perfect.
Yeah.
Because I think it makes sense for both of them. So yeah, I think this is it's pretty solid, and I think it comes only in all-wheel drive, which is one of the differences between BZ4Q.
4X, or otherwise known as Elon Musk's son's name or something like that. I don't know, and I'm kidding, it's not, but it sounds like it.
It definitely does.
But no, so yeah, definitely all-wheel drive only. I think extra ground clearance, and I think there's some extra cladding on the exterior of the vehicle. Okay, so how tall are you?
5'7".
Okay, so 5'7". I ask this every single time, but maybe you don't know how tall he is. So 5'7". So not super tall. So not in the 6 foot range, but not in the 5 foot range either. And you're asking me what my point is. I'm going back to your driving position. So somebody who is 5'7" has the steering wheel positioned in a location that it is not a problem. You can see the gauge cluster.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm curious, because I've had numerous people.
I think you are pretty curious.
I'm a journalist. That's why I became a journalist, because I'm curious. I ask a lot of questions. But I would like to know, like, what height is a problem for this?
All right, so let's pull over for a second. So let's talk about this. So can you hand me the B-roll camera, please? So let's solve it right now. So let's hit that. So I'm sitting like this, right? So then can I go, if I go down, does that deal?
It does go, well, actually, I think I had it pumped all the way down.
Yeah, so I have to go like this. So this is, wow, that's all the way down?
Yep, unless you can go down further.
No, I'm like, stop. So, so my line of sight is like here. And so if I raise the steering wheel all the way up and I drove like a bus driver, yeah. No, I mean, I could see that being a problem. If I raised all the way up and I was driving like this, like a bus driver or like a, I'm a sports
Like a
car
truck
driver,
driver?
whatever deal. Yeah, I can't see the zero. Oh, I can honk the horn, but I can't see the zero there. So, I mean, if I just drop that down to make, so I'm going to bring my shoulders down a little bit, I'm fine.
Which is probably a more ergonomically correct driving position anyway.
So I don't think a taller person has a problem, because if I was taller, depending on your torso, how you're built, right? So if you have long legs or long torso, I probably would hit the ceiling a little bit. I'd be even higher above it. I could see somebody being, your position when you don't move the seat up, I could see you having problems with that. But I did
move the seat up.
If you did,
if I didn't,
yeah, I can see that problem. But to me, a lot of times I'm finding with customers as well, talking online and in person, it's just they have to change their seating position to match the vehicle, and that's causing some things.
You're calling it I'm not going to say that. You're calling it a problem of driving position, not like a problem with the vehicle.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Perfect.
So for more stories we're not sticking to, or kind of sticking to, or making stuff up, check the videos over here.
No, we never make anything up, by the way. You're going to get us all in trouble. We don't do that.
We're finger pointing here. Check that video out over here, website down below. As always, thanks for watching. We will see you down the road.